So let's look at this one. Rewrite each equation in exponential form. So just like the previous video, we have log base b of y equals x, and then we're going to change it to b to the x power equals y. In the previous video, we started with the opposite. So let's look at number 52. Log base y of 208 over 189 equals x. So to get from here to here, we base b each side, and then that gives you the result. So in this case, we're going to base each side by y. So then we have 208 over 189 equals y to the x power. And that would be your answer. Okay, the next one on 54, we have log base n of m equals negative 13. Now we're going to base each side by n. So m equals n to the negative 13th. Okay, pause the video, try the other two on your own. So let's recall from our notes the inverse. If log b of x equals y, then b to the y equals x. To get rid of a log, we'll base by b each side. To get rid of a base, we're going to log b each side. That's the definition of a logarithm. Now let's find the inverse of each of these functions. Let's look at 56. Y equals ln of x to the fifth plus 8. So what we want to do is switch the x and y and solve for the new y. So we're going to base each side by e to get rid of the ln's. So if e to the x equals y to the fifth power plus 8. Subtract 8 on each side. So we have e to the x minus 8 equals y to the fifth. To get rid of this 5, we're going to exponentiate by 1/5, which is the same thing as taking the fifth root of each side. So our inverse would be y equals parentheses e to the x minus 8 to the 1/5 power. You could also write it like this. And this would be your inverse. Alright, let's look at one more in this section, number 60. Y equals 2 log base x of 2. Switch the x and the y's and solve for the new y. So we're going to divide each side by 2. So then we have x over 2 equals log y of 2. Base each side by y. And so then we have y to the x over 2 equals 2. To get rid of this exponent, we would exponentiate by the reciprocal, which is 2 over x. So y equals 2 to the 2 over x. And of course, you could also write that in radical form. The x root of 2 squared, which is just 4. Alright, go ahead, try some more of these problems on your own. Switch the x and the y's, solve for the new y, check your answers on the key in the back of the packet, and then move on to the next section.